When it's time to remove a tree stump like this, you have a few options. If you don't want to break a sweat like I don't, and you got a little bit of time on your hands, grab some chemical, like Stump Out, pour it in the stump, let the chemical do the hard work, and when it's done, the fun happens. You get to set the stump on fire, and that's what I'm about to do. I'm starting with the stump that's as low to the ground as possible. Since I'll be using chemical to pour into the tree stump, I'll need to drill some holes. This is a hammer drill. At the top, I have a 1-inch bit with a 12-inch extender. I need this because I'll be drilling holes that are about 12 inches deep, 4 to 6 inches around the perimeter of the stump. Now it's time for me to drill holes around the stump. I'm going in at a 45-degree angle, about 4 inches from the edge that I drilled from the top down to create some airflow when I set this on fire. All right, all of my holes are drilled, and now it's time to put the chemical in the tree stump. I'll be pouring about 3 to 4 ounces of Stump Out into each hole, followed by water to help the tree absorb the chemical. And since this tree has rotted a little bit, I'll be pouring a little bit of the Stump Out in the middle as well. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's time to grab some water and fill up each hole. This is the fun part. Time for me to take some kerosene, pour it down each hole, followed by lighting it on fire. Another thing you can do is take some old rags. You can cut them into strips like this, dip them into the kerosene, get them nice and wet, and put those rags in the stump as well. Okay, safety first. My gloves are pretty wet with the kerosene, so I'm gonna take these off and take the gloves and the kerosene and move them as far away from the stump as possible. If you have a lot of woods or a fence around, make sure that you take a water hose and just wet around the stump to kind of make sure everything around the stump is damp, and also have a fire extinguisher nearby in the event you need it. All right, it's time to set the tree on fire. I have matches here. I'll be using my matches to light them and drop them into each hole. And here, I'll just light the rag that I put into this hole over here. The fire's burning pretty evenly around the stump, and it's gonna take about 24 to 48 hours to burn completely. Now, if there's any remaining wood, just grab an axe or a saw, break it down, and then fill it up with soil. That was easy.